Hello, my name is Anonymous, and today we're going to go on an exciting adventure with our friend Daisy the Dolphin. Daisy the Dolphin was swimming around her favorite coral reef. She loved to explore every nook and cranny of it because there was always something new and exciting to discover. But today was going to be a very special day for Daisy because she had just found a beautiful seashell and inside of it was a crumpled up piece of paper. As she unfurled the paper, it turned out to be a map leading to a buried treasure. Now, maps aren't exactly common down in the depths of the ocean, so Daisy was extremely excited about this discovery. The map showed a path winding through some of the most amazing places in the entire ocean. First, it led her to the edge of the coral reef, where a huge school of colorful fish were happily swimming back and forth. They were so numerous that the water around them seemed to shimmer and sparkle like 1,000 tiny mirrors. "Excuse me," asked Daisy politely, "could you please move aside? I need to get through." The fish were so busy with their own games that they didn't even notice Daisy at first. "Over here," shouted one of the fish, not bothering to turn around. "Make way for the princess." All the fish began to swim away from the entrance to the reef as fast as they could, making room for Daisy to pass. Daisy smiled at their cuteness and swam swiftly between them and into the open water. The map indicated that she would need to dive deep into the ocean, past the reef and into the dark blue depths. So Daisy took a deep breath and dove down, down, down until the coral reef was nothing but a distant memory above her. The deeper she went, the darker it became, but suddenly a giant sea turtle swam past her. It was enormous, with a leathery shell bigger than Daisy's entire body, and it was moving so quickly that she could barely keep up with it. "Wow," said Daisy breathlessly. "You're fast." The turtle stopped and turned around. "I'm on my way to see some friends," he said, puffing out his cheeks, "and I would be much faster if it weren't for this silly hat." He gestured to the large, cumbersome top hat he was wearing. It looked like it was made out of seaweed and other junk that he had collected while wandering the ocean floor. "Would you like to race me?" asked Daisy. "You can take this hat off and I'll race you back to the surface." The turtle thought for a moment. "That sounds fun," he finally said, "but how will we know who wins?" "There are so many different paths we could take. We could race along the path on the map," suggested Daisy. "If you win, I'll let you keep the hat. And if I win, you have to wear it again for the rest of the day." The turtle agreed, and both of them took off up towards the surface. All the way up, Daisy zoomed past giant clams, colorful sponges, and playful seahorses. But when she surfaced, she saw that the turtle wasn't anywhere in sight. Just then, she noticed a group of baby sea turtles waddling along the beach not far away. And as soon as they got into the water, Daisy recognized their father. He was wearing his top hat once again. "Looks like you lost," said Daisy with a giggle. The old turtle blushed. "It was a good race," he admitted, "and I'm glad you won. Now let's go see what treasure you found," and together, the two friends dove back down into the ocean. The next part of the map led them into a sunken ship filled with all kinds of interesting objects. Some of them were broken, like the mast and the sails, while others were still intact, like the steering wheel and the anchor. And then Daisy saw it, a big wooden chest with a red velvet cushion on top. It was clear that whatever was inside this chest must be very precious to whoever had lost it. But just as Daisy was about to open it, a gruff voice boomed, "Who's in there?" Startled, Daisy hid behind the anchor as a giant crab scuttled out from under a loose floorboard. "Who goes by the name of Daisy?" he asked suspiciously. "It's me," replied Daisy nervously. "I found this chest and I wanted to see what was inside." So you're the one who's been stealing my food," snapped the crab. "My human friends left this chest full of delicious snacks for me, but it looks like somebody's been eating them all." Daisy felt bad. She had actually taken a few bites out of the crab's snack stash earlier that week when she'd been exploring the ship and hadn't thought anything of it. "Look," she said apologetically, "I'll give you back whatever I ate if you let me open the chest and see what's inside." The crab thought for a moment. "All right," he finally said, but if there are any more snacks missing, I'll throw you in with the fishes." Daisy nodded eagerly and reached for the latch. With a loud creak, the chest swung open and revealed a big pile of colorful pebbles. "What?" exclaimed Daisy. "These aren't snacks. They're rocks." The crab looked disappointed. "Yes, these are supposed to be delicious ocean jewels," he said sadly. "They grow deep down in the darkest parts of the ocean where sunlight can't reach. And when animals eat them, they glow in the dark." Daisy gasped. "That would be amazing for the coral reef," she said. "It's so dark down there sometimes, and anything that glows would help us find our way around." An idea popped into Daisy's head. "How about this? You can have all these jewels back, and in exchange, I'll use my map to lead you to even more of them." The crab perked up at the idea and readily agreed. Soon they were diving deepest down into the dark ocean depths. It was so black that Daisy could barely make out the shape of the crab in front of her. As they swam along the path on the map, a giant squid with huge bulging eyes floated past. "Good evening," called out Daisy politely. "Are you doing anything fun?" "Not really," replied the squid glumly. "I wish I could do something exciting, but I can't seem to find anything to do." "Well, why don't you join us on our treasure hunt?" suggested Daisy. "We're looking for glowing ocean jewels. And you can come along and look, too." "Really?" asked the squid excitedly. "Okay," he said with a big smile. Lead the way. Together, they continued on their journey until they came across a beautiful seahorse. It was a brilliant shade of blue and seemed to be stuck in a clump of seaweed. "Oh, hello," said Daisy brightly. "What's your name?" "I'm Bluebell," replied the seahorse. "And I'm waiting for my friend, Sandy the starfish. We were going to go on an adventure together, but now I think I'll have to wait forever." "Don't worry," said Daisy kindly. "We're on our way to find some glowing jewels, and you can come with us if you want." Bluebell's eyes lit up with excitement. "That sounds wonderful," she said. "Thank you so much." As they approached the spot marked on the map, they saw a massive starfish with 5 long, thin arms. "Hello," said Daisy. "This is Sandy, isn't she?" "Yes, that's me," replied Sandy, "and I was just thinking that I should really try to make some new friends. But I've been stuck here for so long, I don't even know where to start." "Well, you don't have to look any further," said Daisy warmly. "We're on our way to bury some treasures, and we would love for you to come along." "Really?" asked Sandy. "Well, thank you so much," she said with a big smile. And with all of her new friends by her side, Daisy continued on to the last part of the journey. After a while, they came across a patch of sand, and Daisy motioned for everyone to gather round. She laid all of the jewels out in a circle, and then they started digging a big hole in the center of them. "What are we doing?" asked the crab curiously. "We're reburying these jewels so that the lines grow into delicious treats for everyone to enjoy," replied Daisy, "and the light from the jewels will help all of the animals in the ocean find their way around in the dark." The squid, Bluebell, and Sandy were all very happy to hear this. "Thank you, Daisy," said the squid. "This will make such a wonderful addition to our home. It's really nice to be doing something fun for a change," said Bluebell. "Me too," Sandy added with a smile. And so all of Daisy's ocean friends joined together to plant the glowing ocean jewels. They worked until the sun began to set, and then they all sat down to watch as the first stars twinkled into existence in the night sky. "Thank you, Daisy," said the crab. "You've made me the happiest crab in the whole ocean." "We're so glad we could help," replied Daisy. "And besides," she added with a wink, "think of all the new friends we've made along the way." And as the friends laughed and talked late into the night, Daisy knew that her adventure had only just begun.